All right, let's do this. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the edition of the Deeper Farmer Cigar. We're on the porch today. Porch talks outside. 1,090,000 degrees out today. Hot as hell.
Little exaggerated.
Little exaggeration. As you can hear, we have two special guests. Can you both say hello?
Hello.
Little man, say hello.
Hello.
Maybe he can get his hand in there.
I don't
Let's
know.
ready. Hello. Hello. There you go. Such abuse. That's right. We're here with homeschooling mama and little man. So exciting. He was refusing to go down for a nap. That's not true. He kind of started to go down for a nap, but he spoofed us. He got us going. But before we get too far into this, what are we smoking and what are we both drinking? It's amazing. We're both having beer. I am smoking this delicious Torpedo cigar, which I have to actually grab the band because the name's hard to pronounce. I've had another one of these ones. It is the, I must not get upside down now. The LS. Looks like that comes in these cool little tubes. And it is the Los Stados Deluxe. LE. Los Stados Deluxe. Very cute cigar. I was not expecting a Torpedo cigar. I even told homeschooling mama that, yeah, I'd go get a whole new cutter and everything. So what are we having to drink tonight? Ugh, like I said, beer's around. I gotta pour homeschooling mamas, but we have Seagram's Escape Black Cherry Fizz. And this one, like I said, I think it was a video or so ago, Keweenaw Brewing Company's The Widowmaker. Probably one of the best beers for a hot day that was ever conceived by man. So we're gonna pour homeschooling mamas. How have you been enjoying your Seagrams?
They're good. That one I think has a hint of vanilla flavoring.
Ooh, she does like her vanilla flavoring.
I can't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure that one did.
I'm feeling kind of weird. I'm being careful to pour so it doesn't have a head on it. So it gets just the right amount of head, but these
It's
beers
not
don't
gonna
have
get
these. So.
I mean, it might explode out if it's more like pop. Cause
Yoda glass. Here we go, homeschooling mama. I'll let you take that. Give her a try. Is it everything you hoped for?
it's good.
It's good. And now for the KBIC.
Should almost make those into slushies.
The KBIC?
No.
I'm down for a stout slushy.
My drink, but I suppose.
I suppose I could have grabbed you one of the frosty mugs we have.
Oh,
That probably would have been
frosted mug.
frosting really class this up here. So, not really. This one's a channel classic. The Widowmaker. Oh yeah, hot summer day. Nice stout. Nice cigar. It's delicious. No, I can't see you.
I'm just wondering how close I can get.
It's
the one over
just the
there.
table. Like there, they can finally see my foot.
Okay. I'm just making sure I don't want
It's like zeroed right in on the table.
I don't want little guy's face to suddenly pop up on the screen.
It won't. We'll be fine. So, homeschooling mama, why are we out today? Why are we celebrating with beers, cigars, and little man? What dumb thing did we do?
Oh, we didn't do anything dumb. But we had maybe chosen a person.
Oh, that sounds just disturbing when you put it that way.
Well, I mean, when you think about how many applications we went through.
Yeah, don't make it sound weird. Let's.
An exchange student. Sorry.
We had talked about it. We decided we wanted to get an exchange student. We started looking at some files. We've been sent files. I think I talked about this in the last video. We kind of hinted at it. We got been sent files for the last
3 months, 5 months?
5 months probably. Definitely since little man's been born, we've been getting sent files of students to review and consider. We did find one that we both agreed on. She was a 1 semester student. Where was she from? Is that one's
Denmark?
Denmark? Germany? I think it was Germany.
Germany.
It was
Yeah.
Germany.
We've looked at almost 50. Well, okay, so you guys have looked at least 30 files. I think I've looked at closer to 70.
Probably. So anyway, we found this girl from Germany. She sounded like she was a perfect fit, and it was 5 months, 1 semester. We thought, that would probably work for us to kind of break the mold and get back into it. Little man's smiling at me. I'm sorry. But alas, we went to go contact the coordinator,
We waited too long.
Yeah, we waited too long. She got snatched up. Another host family picked her. So, not deterred, we then went and looked through another stack. And one kind of caught homeschooling mama's eye. Um, she saw some pictures and read a brief little bio and put her on the pile of maybes. Well, this young little girl in the picture has had pink hair, which Swedish Compass has just dyed her hair purple. So it kind of caught our attention. But what was really cool is we started reading the file, and she's into a lot of the same stuff that her family is. But she included a video, which the video made it really seem like she was a good fit to stay in homeschooling or Swedish Compass's room. So, yeah, we ended up picking her.
So she's on hold.
She's on hold. So what does that mean?
It means the paperwork's not done, really. I mean, like, she doesn't have a flight or her visa has not been finalized, but right now she is tentatively coming to our home.
Yeah.
So we still have some paperwork to finish. We still have our hope visit or our parts of the application that we need to finalize.
I mean, the good news is we've done this before, so a lot of it should be pretty copy and paste.
Yeah. I hope I still have all the pictures of the house. So I don't have to retake those because that was a pain.
That was a pain in the tuchus. I mean, the one nice thing is instead of being like days away from the cutoff of the flight over here, we have a solid month.
Yeah.
A month and probably 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably closer to 5-6 weeks.
Yeah.
Before she'll be here.
Which is good because Swedish Compass has a lot of work to do for her room.
And we still have to find a dresser.
Still got to find a dresser. I'd like to see if we can find some way of putting 2 bookshelves in that room, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. I might have to regulate. These 2 shelves are for Swedish Compass. These 2 shelves are for our
Yeah, I think
exchange
boxing up some
student.
books is entirely possible. Not inconvenient because
Well, Swedish Compass thinks it's inconvenient. A book she hasn't touched in over 3 years. All of a sudden now she wants to read.
right.
So that's cool though. I mean,
And there's some other things I want to move around in the rest of the house just for my benefit, and because it bothers me.
yeah, it's a good reason to get the house picked up.
Yeah.
So what did you like about her application?
Well, she seems like she's a good match. Honestly, her personality seems to match. Like
Mhm.
just from what I read in her letter, she's serious without being too like. I don't know, like I don't know. She just seems like she's gonna fit in well. She's relaxed and chilled, but studious. Like I don't think we'll have an issue with her doing her studies. At least I certainly hope not.
I hope not either. That did seem like she was probably a more book orientated than our last exchange student, who, although got his work done, we had to lay down the law more than once.
Yeah, he was still really good though.
He was really good, but there was some law laying down, and there was definitely a propensatory to
Well,
want to be out of the house.
she definitely doesn't seem to be quite as into sports as he was, quite as into the social scene as he is.
Hmm. Now, what's one of the biggest hurdles that kids and probably you have with her? She has a certain interest, which we're trying to get into.
Video games? I mean,
No.
everybody else is into those.
So, this was kind of interesting. The kids have all heard about this, but they'd never really listened to a certain genre of music.
Oh,
This was kind of a fun trend. We actually found.
This one affect me really, but
Well, you have to listen to it.
yeah, I don't listen to them.
Sorry, iced tea emergency. Sun iced tea, nonetheless. Sun, what do you call it? Sun tea?
Sun tea.
Sun tea with ice and sugar and milk. And who does milk in sun tea?
I don't know but you didn't put lemon in it. Like we didn't have the lemon slices.
We have so much lime. I didn't know lime is supposed to be. We've got lime and lemon.
Lemon in there, then it becomes sun lemonade. It's tea. It's
Oh,
lemon.
bleh. Sorry,
I
excuse
don't know what
me.
you want. It's yummy.
Anyway, a little emergency. Not really emergency, just a daughter who likes to over ask for simple stuff, but she also pretends that she's the angel of the family. So, but yes, she is into our exchange student. Apparently, is a huge fan of K-pop, which, in case you don't know, is Korean pop music. A lot of girl bands.
She likes boy bands.
I didn't see boy bands, but it
Yeah,
wouldn't
there's one
surprise me.
specific boy band.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Nice. If you've never lived in that moment, go ahead and search K-pop. There's only a few thousand artists out there, and they're all between the ages of.
Honestly, it doesn't sound any different than some of the other stuff that the kids listen to. Because I mean,
Which was funny because they're having a hard time with it. Now there's some. I think it's a lot of it is they just.
well, when you don't understand any of the words,
The words, but I mean, it's kind of like just blatantly throwing out, I want to listen to country music, and not really picking good artists. Like there are bad
Yeah.
country artists out there. I think what they're hearing is a lot of the not so great K-pop artists. Although when one of the kids asked, "Well, can you give us like what's K-pop music?" I said, "What's Korean pop?" Can you give us an example? I'm like, "You guys remember Gundam Style?" And they all kind of quivered real quick, realizing that is K-pop music. Dad was trying to teach them the dance in front of their friends, and it did not go over so well. What?
I don't know what you're talking about. I think I wasn't present.
You weren't a part of that? Well,
No.
Dad was being silly and dancing around. Oh, Swedish Compass. Wow.
You
Name
did it
dropped.
this
I
time.
name dropped.
Wow, that's rare. You're gonna have to go back in and watch.
I'll have to edit that one out, yeah. First names aren't bad. It's when you drop the whole last name that's...
Oh, you know what? It was one time, sir. One time.
But, so yeah, that's something just kind of a funny thing. We do have some other little hurdles. What's another little hurdle we have to deal with, Mom?
Dietary.
Dietary is one of them. It states on her application she's lactose intolerant, but we do know from living in this world for you're over like 40 now.
Look who's talking. You're.
So we're
Anyhow.
curious: is it just she can't have milk and ice cream? Is she can't have milk, ice cream, yogurt? Is it no dairy whatsoever? Can it be baked and stuff? Because a lot of our baked stuff calls for milk, which we can sub out. Not really a huge oh my god, this is a deal breaker for us, because we are ingenuitive chefs and don't mind trying milk alternatives because actually the kids enjoy a lot of the milk alternatives. So
They really like almond milk. I want to try
do?
oat milk. I haven't tried that yet. I don't know why I haven't tried it. It's not like
you haven't had oat milk
No.
with the homeschooling group? How have you not? Because they always have oat creamer.
We don't bring anything. We don't bring food.
Every time I go to any of their homes or
I don't
I
go
guess
to
I
their
drink
homes.
coffee
You go to their homes. I don't.
at the parties, even the dance. So you didn't go to the dance. That's right.
No, I
Never
don't
mind.
go.
You're a stick in the mud.
I'm a stick in the mud. No, I just never have time because you take over that fun stuff. And I get stuck
you
with the
can
boring stuff.
no. Don't you say that because you know what's going to happen.
So, no, I have not had oat milk. Not oat milk. I've had creamer that's like oat milk creamer.
Yeah, the same
But I
thing.
haven't. No, oat milk and oat milk creamer. Oat milk creamer is oat milk with a bunch of sugar and crap added to it. Oat milk is just oats that are
What,
doused in water
milked oats?
and
Found the nipples
pureed.
on the oats there, and so that's one of the little hiccups. Hopefully, here pretty soon we can get some contact information for our host student and kind of work through that. Just see what
Oh.
is.
And she only has one sibling.
Yeah, well, I mean that's just going to be something that all of our exchanges. I don't think we're ever going to find a.
I got a couple who have like 3 siblings.
Are we allowed to tell them that's a good start when they get here, or
No.
no? Okay, well then.
That's more something that you would say to parents.
Yeah. So yes, just like our last exchange student, there is going to be a bit of a system shock, I do believe, going from she's the oldest with a
Yep.
younger brother to the she's second oldest with a crap ton of brothers and sisters. Maybe it's a metric ton. Yeah, so a lot of siblings. That'll be interesting as always. The good news, because she is from Finland, the weather is not an issue. She should be used
It
to.
shouldn't be quite as much of a shock.
Yeah.
Although I'm gonna miss that. Like it was so fun to watch
Yeah.
the first snow, the first time he had dragon's breath, the first time he experienced it. That's gonna be. Like, I think it'll be a little nostalgic. Like I'll feel a little nostalgic.
It'll be a
that
little bit of a
we're not-
letdown, yeah.
Yeah, that we're not experiencing that, but
Maybe I'll let you take this one into Walmart for the first time. I got to take the other one into Walmart and see that expression, so.
no, I took him to Walmart before that.
I don't think so. I was on the way home from the fair.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he said he had to pick something up, and in truth, he just couldn't wait to see a super shopping center. It's like, well, what do you need to pick up? I thought you had everything in your suitcase. Like, I lied. So, and then the other issue, which again might not even be an issue, we are going to address it though, just so she doesn't come over here and get surprised. On her application, it lists that she is Christian, but only attends masses on like holidays.
Services, yeah.
Yeah, services on holidays. So that's something we kind of learned with our last exchange students. We really need to be honest that one, we go every week, and they will be expected to go with us. They're part of our family, and that's even what our coordinator here said, is that they don't have to participate, but they do have to attend. So they don't have to convert and become Catholic, but
They shouldn't.
they shouldn't. That's actually a big no-no. But they do have to participate. It's something your family's going to do. They are expected to do it with you. Also explaining that we pray multiple times throughout the day, and that we'll be doing some sort of religious education program throughout the year. So, again,
But that's usually while they're in school anyway.
the religious ed isn't. But now again,
So. Oh, okay. You're talking about CCD.
CCD and any of the other youth groups.
Yeah, I don't think I would require that, but I'm pretty sure she'd make more friends there
Possibly.
because that's where a lot of our.
And again, even the
Does he
CCD.
have a handle?
Which one?
Our Brazilian. Does he have a handle?
Not really.
We've got to give him one because this is getting hard.
He has one, but I can't pronounce it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm bad with languages. It's a Brazilian handle.
Oh, well, I hate to say Brazilian, but our Brazilian.
You can say our Amazonian.
Our Brazilian student, like he made a lot of his friends there, and a lot of the kids he goes to school with or went to school with attended the same
Yeah,
religious
attended
ed.
that religious
so.
ed.
But he really didn't attend much because he was so involved in sports. He was always gone.
Yeah. I mean, Vashman won't be going next year, so.
Yeah.
And then Swedish Compass will only be going once a month because that's just how their program works. So it's not like she has to attend that, but the mass one, we talked to the coordinator and they did say, yeah, if it's a whole family, then the whole family goes.
Yeah.
Again, has to attend, does not have to participate. But I want her to at least know that, so she does have some
Big hangout.
big hang up with that.
Well, and unfortunately, because it's such an integral part, like it would be hard for her to fully integrate into our family if she doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be tricky. And then the last thing that it might not even be a stumbling block, but it's something I want to kind of mention. So for those of you who are not from the UP or know nothing about it, you've been stuck in a cave or have never once driven across the mighty Mac. The UP, especially this western portion.
Or the Mississippi, depending on which way you
Shut
go.
up. We'll share the Mississippi story here in a minute, but so we have a huge Finnish influence. Especially where I grew up was huge Finnish influence. I mean, we still have, we have the Hancock. I think is a sister city in Finland. There's a sister city of that. There's Finnish clubs. There's Finnish activities.
Touch of Finland, right?
Touch of Finland is only an hour away. I mean, a store devoted to Finnish culture. Up until, what was that, 5 years ago, they had the Finland Calling, which was a very popular TV show
that was
here.
longer than 5 years ago.
No, the guy just died. They just took it off the air before he died.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Finland Calling, where they would take UP residents to Finland and then film them and talk about Finnish culture and what was going on in Finland. So, I mean, I see one of two things. One, this could be a great placement for her. like she's getting homesick. Let's go get some nisua and make some banagaku and some squeaky cheese, and maybe
No squeaky cheese.
possibly no squeaky cheese. Maybe go swing over to the Hiders or the Hapapuros or the Mackies or the Keska Mackies or the.
I was gonna say, who's throwing names around now?
Well, there's so many of them that doesn't matter. There's, go swing up to the Copper Country up there, the Q&A, and
A Finnish sauna.
go take a Finnish sauna. That did chuckle. Both of her letter and her parents' letter mentioned sauna probably like 5 times, which that killed me. So is that going to be like that's enough of home that I'm not going to get homesick, or is that going to be enough of home that one I won't feel like I'm having the American experience, which I don't see. We do so much stuff that isn't Finnish based.
We don't really do that much Finnish based.
Yeah,
stuff.
cooking mostly and saunas mostly. That's about it.
Well, halushki.
Halushki is Slovakian.
Is it?
Hmm
Oh, I thought it was Finnish.
That's Slovakian. Banagaku, the squeaky cheese again, which whatever. And then if the Godfather shows up at all, there's some Finnish vodka every now and then that shows up. But
Yeah, well, that's not relevant.
yeah, that's not relevant at all, but it's still delicious. But anyhow, yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna make it clear that it's still very, 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 very much American here, but there is a touch of Finlandian culture. Just so again, she knows what she's getting into. I don't want her to come here and feel like she missed out because there is, missed out or gets homesick, or you just poked yourself right in the eye with that little man. Try the other side. The other side is soft and
He's not complaining.
it is.
Would you stop hitting yourself in the face, though?
So that's one of the big things. Those are the 3 big things that I'm kind of concerned about. But the Mississippi River. Let's talk about the Mississippi River. We got a long we got a conversation about the Mississippi River. You want to kind of go over how that came about?
So we took our Brazilian exchange student to Minnesota and then Milwaukee.
Well, Milwaukee,
Whichever.
Wisconsin.
It was a long drive. But when we were coming home, we realized as we drove over a random bridge, somebody finally read a sign. And we realized we drove over the Mississippi River, which is like, I don't know, probably the...
Like 5th biggest landmark in the United States.
Yeah, like just one of the, if you were looking for like
Looking for
a
a good
symbol
tourist-
of America, I guess.
A
the
tourist
Mississippi
trap
River.
type moment.
So, but by that time we'd been driving over
Well,
the
that
course of
was-
4 or 5 days, like 15 hours or
Oh,
something.
closer to 20
We were
hours.
all tired. And even our Brazilian exchange student was like, oh my, I want to stop and get pictures, but I really don't feel like it.
He stuck his head out and took some pictures real quick. I didn't
So
blame him.
we drove over the bridge, like across the Mississippi. None of us realized it. None of us in our house have ever been across the Mississippi that we can really think of.
I know I have, but it was never made a big deal about. I
Yeah.
must have, because I've been to Mall of America before, and I've been down to other places down there to fly out of Wisconsin. I think you have to cross it.
I don't know. So anyway,
Although it was funny, every river we crossed from then on,
everybody was paying attention.
no, our Brazilian was like, is this the Mississippi? Is this the Mississippi? Is this the Mississippi? Every
So-
time we crossed one. Even some of the kids even too, when we went to their game in Wisconsin, they're like, is this the Mississippi? Shut up.
So anyway, we didn't know we were crossing the Mississippi, and oddly enough, we had driven past it. We must have driven over it on the way
Yeah, we had to have
over,
driven
and
over.
never even clicked. So, yeah.
Yeah, apparently we need some geography lessons. But we did talk about, so our Brazilian student, there were 2 things that he loved the most. Shopping and NBA basketball games. And it just so happened that Mall of America, when during his spring break, the Lakers were going to play the Timberwolves.
2 of his favorite teams.
2 of his favorite, well, the Timberwolves were not his favorite team, but
He liked them though.
he liked them because he got to go to their...
No, he was already familiar.
Oh, was he
with them.
familiar? I didn't think he
Yeah.
was familiar with them.
Yeah, I specifically planned it around both his spring break and when there was going to be a basketball game he'd enjoy going
So thankfully, as far as we know, our Finnish student does not is not such a, doesn't sound like, anyway from the profile, doesn't sound like they are head over heels into shopping. Nor do they have a extreme interest in any specific sport that we saw.
Volleyball, maybe.
Volleyball, maybe, but our Brazilian exchange student did specifically say that, like, in his letter, that going to an NBA game and shopping in American malls were like high on his
Dream.
list. Yeah.
Which is funny because there are really no malls here.
Yeah, yeah.
We have no mall to speak of.
No mall to speak of.
So we did have to drive 5 miles or 5 hours to get to a mall.
Well, we didn't have to drive that far, but we
It would have
did.
still been pretty far.
It'd still have been far. It'd still have been a trek.
to get to a real mall,
Mhm,
like not the tiny one that's dying.
Well, clearly the Marquette Mall that they can't even afford to pay the light bills, which is just hilarious. That's a story for a different video altogether.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we're trying to figure out. Well, and of course we were going to meet her and talk to her and kind of get a feels. But we were throwing out some ideas of places we could go.
Yeah.
She really wants kind of a kicker. Like one of her goals was to see a state or was it federal or national park?
Yeah, but we live basically in.
So yeah, just in case again, if you're not from the UP, don't know anything about it. Something like 60 to 70% is federal forest.
Yeah.
And then another 10% is state parks and state forests.
But you know, we
and
could go camping in one.
we could go camping. I think go to Fayette, go to Mackinac.
Yeah, we could go camping at that one that we drove past, do a
the
night
Hog
there.
Hog Island.
Yeah.
You want to get murdered? Yeah,
It's
Um,
not downstate.
it's not downstate. Maybe I'll take you guys to the Porcupine Mountains. That's one of my.
I really have no desire to go up there.
No,
I've heard nothing but horror stories.
that's just because you talk to the dead people.
Really, I talked to some dead people.
Oh, it only comes in the news when someone dies. But yeah, so
We have an entire show for people who get lost up here and don't get found.
you won't even watch 411 with me.
I know I won't because I don't really need to know
You
how
need
many
to watch
people get
411
lost
with
up
me.
here.
It's a beautiful series.
Anyway,
Anyhow, so we were talking about it. She didn't say specifically, but we kind of got a feeling that she might enjoy a Comic-Con. So we looked at maybe going back down to Milwaukee for the video game convention. I think she would get a kick out of that. We do have to find out what she means by records. So she said one of her goals is to
Albums.
buy albums, American albums, which I took to mean vinyl records, but homeschooling mama here thinks it might be CDs.
well, she listed CDs, CD albums, or albums on
It was
CD.
just albums. That's why I thought it was vinyl records.
I think it was both.
Could be both. I don't know if there's any music cons coming on for vinyl records festival. I mean,
No.
honestly, go to any flea market.
No, but
or,
we have Amazon. If it's just like they're more readily available in the States, which I think is what she said in her letter,
Yeah.
then I think she means like for purchase, which Amazon.
Yeah. It would be nice to actually go and peruse.
Yes, but
we
I
do have vintage record shops all throughout the UP.
I
and-
more mean like if there's a specific group or whatever that she wants to get like their music,
Mhm.
Amazon's probably the best place to look because otherwise, I mean, where we live, it's gonna be hard to find those specific.
Now, one of the things I do kind of find funny, I'm chuckling. Swedish Compass, in case you've not caught yet, is a very artistic individual. I mean that in the strictest sense that her favorite subjects in school is English, her favorite pastime is reading and writing,
And drawing, painting.
but her drawings and paintings are very artistic.
Mm-hmm.
Where this Finnish exchange student is going to a science-based
Nature.
secondary school,
I thought it was nature.
earth science.
Person.
Earth science. Very clear she's into mathematics, and she does art, but if you look at art, it's very formalistic. It's very straight
I think you're
lines.
incorrect. I think
Okay.
I don't know if I'd 100%, but she's definitely more math and science oriented than Swedish.
So there is that. That is going to
It
be.
might be a good thing though.
I hope so. Maybe they can augment each other's abilities.
And the local school is really trying to get a math and science Olympiad thing going on.
So maybe she'll come in
maybe
and
she'll
put them on the
travel
map.
to the state competition. With
That'll be awesome. I approve state competitions. That is one fun little hurdle that maybe homeschooling mama and Uper Farmer get to go present at the school board.
We'll see
The
if she gets
rumor has it that the principal has put a kibosh on exchange students.
Well, we were told that after our Brazilian left, but then the next year they still had at least 2 more. So maybe they'll take one more. Maybe they'll take.
Maybe
one
they'll
more.
take one. They don't like us though. I just kind of get the feeling that
Well, it might be because somebody complained about their education.
we never wrote the letter. Okay, we might have let our opinion around town be known. Sure. I mean, a meme as a final project for an English class is not
It
acceptable.
wasn't a final; it was a midterm.
That's still technically
stupid.
a final, but so I'm ready though. I'm amped up. I'm excited. I can't wait to go to a school board meeting if they turn it down. The principal's like, yeah, nah, mates. I'm excited. I'm gonna go in
I
there.
really doubt she'll turn it down.
You
I don't
think
think
so?
she has the courage.
I think she does, but I
Especially
think
with all the drama that's happened since they had to fire 2 English teachers.
true.
and-
But I'm
I mean,
still.
they're still desperately looking for somebody to hire to teach like,
Well,
right now.
That's. I think I could raise some holy hell though. Go to a board meeting.
I think you
and-
could teach over there.
I could probably teach over there. I do have my conditional certificate, although I do not have my English endorsement. And
Oh, it's not just English they're looking for.
No.
No. No.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think raise some holy hell at a school board. I'm kind of looking forward to that.
I'm pretty sure we won't have to.
Probably
They need
not.
they'll take another seat.
Yeah. Well, considering that their exchange students raised the whole school's GPA with their test scores.
Right?
What was it? The top 4 people were the 3 exchange students that went there, and actually I think all 4 exchange. Was there 4 that went there at the start of the year, or is it 3?
I think it was 4 at the start of the
At
year.
the start of the year, because 1 was a semester.
Yeah, it was 4 that started there, and the 2 that were in the English class together, our Brazilian and another one, our Brazilian was in first, and the other one was in second for the English class, period.
Yep.
And then I'm pretty sure one of the other ones was the top math student in their grade. And they were all on the honor roll course.
Where was she? Was that the German one?
I don't know. No, there wasn't a German one.
Who was
There
there?
was
There's
a,
2
there were
Brazilians.
2 Brazilians, 1 French,
Oh, that's it. Okay.
and 1.
Swedish? Or was there 3 Brazilians?
No, there were not 3. There were definitely only.
Because the one Brazilian left.
Yeah. Yeah, there were only 2 Brazilians. I don't know. Actually, it might have been Spain. They might have actually. Spain
Yep,
or Portugal?
Spain. Portugal. It was Portugal because
Because they
kept
spoke the same language, but one spoke it different. Because
Yeah.
Brazilian Portuguese is different from
Portuguese.
Portugal's Portuguese. So yeah.
So we are. We did kind of hint to one of our Brazilian's friends that we might be another exchange student, and she is optimistic from the response. Maybe she can become the ambassador.
Right. We need a new ambassador. The ambassador graduated.
Yeah. So, I will admit though, like with our Brazilian, I didn't exactly have the feels the same way homeschooling mama did. This one I did. This one I was like, yep, that's a good fit for us.
Which is funny because I'm like, not like it's a bad fit, but I'm a little less like, this is the one. But I'm not like, it's not the one. Like, I kind of saw her picture and read just her first page of her profile. I'm like, oh yeah, this one's probably going to be a good match. But everybody was like, yeah, no. And I'm like, okay. So I
Well,
just
to
kind of
be fair, the
put it
one
aside.
who was very anti her had their profiles mixed up.
Oh, well, no, Swedish Compass was anti too, just from looking at the picture. And then she kind of was like, well, I had to read the student letter, and then she put the student letter with the picture. She's like, really?
Yeah. She did say that she has dyed her hair blonde now because she knows that colored hair in the States can be problematic.
Which is funny because I don't think it'd be an issue here.
Here, no, most schools not, but I'm sure there are some schools. Like in
Private
case,
schools.
yeah, in case any of you guys don't know, when it comes to the exchange program, it's all about selling yourself. So,
And that might be why she wasn't selected previously.
I'm kind of wondering if she was told, because they have coaches that kind of coach you through what to say, what to do, what should be in your profile. So I 100% believe that they're like, yeah, your pink hair could be turning potential families away. My guess is even her lactose intolerance is one that.
Any dietary restriction, like there's a couple that I looked at, and like I didn't even read the student letter, didn't go any further than saying that they have very specific dietary restrictions. I'm like, nope.
Well, some we can't do. So like
Vegetarian,
vegetarian,
no.
vegan, we can't do. The vegans especially. I mean, and that's one thing I think I'm going to put also in there. I got a spidey sense that it might. I'm not going to involve her in this process. Like we'll do it while she's at school, but we do supplement. I mean, we had over 200 pounds of venison last year that we harvested and processed and put in our food. So just to let her. I mean, and again, I don't want to set anyone up to have a horrible time. If they let her know that we are a hunting family, we do hunt, trap, fish. We're not great fishermen. We're more fisher of men than we are of fish. So, but yeah, there's that other exchange student that what was that called? Ego pescatarian. They only eat fish, which if it was any other host family in the UP would be a beautiful fit for. Like they would thrive. Especially on the shores of Lake Superior, if you had a pescatarian, they'd come on in, brother. It's into the converts.
I think he was Italian.
No, maybe.
I think he was Italian.
I thought it was Spain.
No, I think it was Italy.
Italian. Oh,
like
yeah,
one of
you're
the
right.
little islands.
Yeah,
Or
it was a little island. But yeah, we don't mind fish.
Actually,
we
they're getting
eaten-
really into it.
We're getting into fish now, but now could we supplement support a pescatarian diet? No. No. I mean, maybe it'd be fun. Like I think that
I
that
think
pescatarian.
that would be that 5-week. Welcome.
One
I
semester.
don't think we could make it past 5
No,
weeks.
I think what we do is we talk to the retired science teacher, and that pescatarian would just have to be on a boat every weekend catching his
Pescatarian.
pescatarian.
Not a Presbyterian.
Not a Presbyterian.
A pescatarian.
A pescatarian would be on a boat every weekend catching his dinner for a week.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be a good match. I think she's going to be fun. The only thing that does have me concerned is a lot of the students, especially the female ones, put love children. And we have a lot of children in our house. And she did not click love children. She did not star love children. It is not marked at all.
Yeah.
So that might be a little bit of a challenge. I mean, the upside is we really don't expect older kids to do much with younger kids. Like maybe read to their 6 or 8 year old sibling, but we don't expect anybody to take care of the baby. Really.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's at best play with or watch or oversee at worst. I mean, it's.
And that's really rare in the afternoon. That's more like, and I don't think that we'd ask an
No.
exchange student. I don't think we ever asked a Brazilian really to do that.
There's once or twice when like in the mornings on the weekend when we're trying to get ready to go to church, it's like, can you just stay with J-Man and can you just watch little girl and you ain't gotta do anything, just make sure that J-Man doesn't run around the house with a knife and kill the cat too much on Sunday before church.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, this one especially, I think honesty is the best policy on our part. Laying out those 4 little things. I mean, beyond the natural that there are 7 children in this family,
And she's definitely going to have to share a room.
she's got to share a room. I'm a little excited for Vashman to move out because then we could have a or a exchange student room.
No, because J-Man would take that room.
All right, when Swedish Compass moves out, then we
No,
have
no, I think it's a very good learning experience for all of them to share their room.
But they've all shared rooms except for Vashman. Well, Vashman now has because of the program, and Swedish Compass will because of the program. The rest have all shared a room to some degree.
You really can't count the younger two; they don't even remember.
Well, okay, that's fair enough, but
But no, I think it's a growing experience that as a teenager they share a room.
I'm not
Like I
disagreeing.
think Wild and Free Wolf would grow in numerous ways if she had to like share her space.
Fair.
And And I think that'd be great for her the next time we have an exchange student. I think they will be staying in her room, like in 2 years after this one. Like,
Yeah.
So, because she'll be what, 14 then, 15?
Give or take.
Yeah, she'll turn 15. In the program we use, they have to be within 3 years of the age. So we'd probably have a younger exchange student.
Yeah,
at
I'd
that
probably shoot
time.
more for a 15-year-old. Although they have 14-year-olds, but they are definitely then.
They're usually just
One
one
semester.
semester then. So.
And the good news is, I will not drop this Finnish exchange student's name for at least 2-3 months because I still can't pronounce it. I've been trying really hard. You're probably pronouncing it wrong, just so you know.
I'm pronouncing it based on how she pronounces it in her video.
But it was very quick.
It was very quick.
I
I
did the,
think that is going to be hard to.
the only requirement I'm going to have with the kids is they have to learn how to say hello in Finnish because we learned how to say hello in Portuguese. Oi oi.
Yep, that's not really that hard.
I didn't say it was.
Oh.
I'm not.
See,
and-
there was a small part of me that really was pushing for another Brazilian because I kind of started learning Portuguese and I was like, it'd be nice to just continue learning one language and now it's kind of all.
See, I'm not pushing Brazilian again. I think to be fair to all our exchange students, we need to switch a country each time. So, the next
No,
one.
I was told very specifically that there
yeah,
are
just,
2 countries.
Just
that you
do Finland
two
or
countries.
do Brazilian. A Brazilian or a Finland. Those are the two.
Those are the go-to countries for exchange students.
No pressure. If you do watch this video in the future, which our Brazilian went back and watched all of our pre-videos to kind of get nostalgic over it. Yeah, you have high expectations, so you better deliver that. The Finnish exchange students are at par or superior to our Brazilian students.
With personality and sweetness.
Personality and relatability and kind of go with the flow is what I've always heard. Where what was it? German was the worst.
German, French, and
French was pretty bad.
Spain.
German and French, I know the German students have always had issues. And some of that.
No, because honestly, in high school we had a German student. He was our favorite exchange student that I can think of for 4 years when I went to high school. He was amazing, and he was German.
Yeah, I'm just going off of what the group has said.
Well, admittedly, I'm a little leery to have a female exchange student because of the experience of previous other host families.
The females of the host families were.
That was tricky
Always
because they
issues.
tended to have they're used to a different kind of dress code and a different kind of culture and a different kind of I don't know what you'd call it, family structure, or they're a lot.
Involvement.
Yeah, I don't know. Even just from what clothes they consider acceptable and don't, I think.
Well, what
is-
behaviors in a relationship even.
Yeah, and like there were a lot of issues I think with some of the female exchange students because of that.
Yeah.
So that does have me a little but
Which is interesting because they actually said that the male exchange students have a very low chance of getting placed.
yeah, I know, and I don't know why. I'd rather have another honestly. As a mom of girls, boys are easier. Yes, I know, little man. Boys are easier. I can agree.
Uh-oh, someone's getting grumpy. You might be done with the video. That's
Maybe.
okay. We're going on, 35 minutes here. I guess we can wrap this one up unless you have some more you want to talk about. I'm sure there'll be more coming.
Yeah.
The plan is, after we get things secured and we let our kids communicate with the exchange student, we will do a pre-video with all of our kids.
Oh, you're gonna do a pre-video with them?
We did a pre-video before, like what their worries were, what their expectations.
I think there would be. Well, okay, there might be different worries. I can't say that there will be fewer. I would think, though, that since we've already experienced one exchange student, and it is a lot to open your home to somebody,
It
a
is.
stranger, for 10 months. but I think some of our like reluctance the first time, or our nervousness the
Yeah.
first time, will have been resolved because we've already done it.
We've done it. It's the walking on the moon. Once you've landed on the moon, you can always do it again. So yes, I agree that it'd be interesting to see. I'm really curious to interview the kids on another video and see what they, what their feelings are, what they think. So,
I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm curious.
I mean, my biggest nervousness is that our coordinator, who's an awesome lady, kept reiterating that we had the unicorn of the exchange program. So I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I will toot my own horn. I don't like to do it, but I will do it now. We have a interesting and differing parenting style to most people. We are strict, but yet, let people. We're strict but open, strict but fair. I don't know how you want to phrase that. We're very
flexible.
Yeah, flexible. I like that. We're strict but flexible. We are very adamant about our expectations, but at the same time,
we're accepting of other people's
we're accepting of other people's limitations, needs, and what what they need to thrive or what they want to do. I mean, there was definitely some pushed you out of our comfort zones with our Brazilian. Not gonna lie. I think our children actually may have benefited from us relaxing with our exchange student. All in all, again, I think it's a really great program. I'm excited to do it again. I have a lot less hesitation going into it this time than I did the previous time, although we were in a much different status and everything in life. So yeah.
I don't know, because we didn't have a newborn then.
Yeah, but I was on a very time-limited job.
I'm just saying we didn't have a newborn, which does add a new element that I'm curious to see how that's going to pan out.
Again, it's not like that should affect our exchange student, because it's not like we're going to...
No, but it will make it challenging to do things even more. But we already have to take 2 cars everywhere we go if we want to go as a full family.
We
so
got to take 2 vehicles, and we even talked about when we go on these trips, we're going to talk to the local car rental place and see if they can get us a 15-passenger van. That way we can travel together in one vehicle. I'm not going to say it too loudly. That's because homeschool mama hates driving.
I don't hate driving, but I don't want to drive in huge metropolitan areas with a newborn.
A newborn. Okay, because there was so many newborns when you hated driving down to Minneapolis
But
and Milwaukee.
I did it then. I really don't want to do it with the potential of having a screaming kid. I think you forget. I drove with the 2 youngest.
I offered many times
No,
to
you
switch
didn't.
up.
You didn't
Many,
switch
many,
the car
many.
seats.
I didn't do it. I didn't switch them, but I offered.
Yeah,
And
because
that
you
counts
knew
for a
I
lot.
wouldn't give you the taller car.
Uh-huh.
You knew I wasn't going to trade out for a shorter vehicle because then I wouldn't be able to see as well.
You couldn't see anyway. I saw how many cars you almost hit. It wasn't like
Oh,
you're driving your eyes open.
whatever.
But anyway, folks, we're now going to get to the silly, giggly, laughy, looking at little man here. So the video's going to go downhill quick. But anyway, to our Finnish exchange student, if you do watch this video, we are very excited. And all right, this video's going downhill quick. Now we're just laughing at everything. So anyway, there's some little man giggles for you guys. Yeah, we're excited. We can't wait. I'm excited for the next process and move on with this. So anyway, any last thoughts, homeschooling mama?
Not really. I think we'll see what happens, but
Little
I do
man,
think it's going to go through.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Little man, any concluders, any parting thoughts? A little vomit for the camera, maybe? No? All right, folks. Well, we've got happenings happening here, so hope everyone's doing well. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you on the next one.